Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a fantastic day as always. Today we're using a brand new build that I've just got finished, and it's my take on an intelligence based wizard build. I've seen a lot of wizards in PvP lately spamming the little blue spells at me, and this is my version of a wizard, but it's more of a battle mage. It relies a bit more on some weapons, but we are using a few hard hitting spells for when I need that big impact burst damage. Anyway guys, let's get into it, and as usual take a little look at the build. I've really been enjoying versions lately at level 60 to 65, so I decided to put this build to level 65. Our main stats are that we've got 40 figure and 35 intelligence. If we look at our flask, you can see we're using the magic shrouding cracked tier to boost our magic attacks. Then we are using the source seal on this one, so the opaline hard tier is mega important. Our main weapons on the build are two Wing of Astals. It gives us access to that nice dual curve sword normal attacks. It's got an Ash of War, which is okay, quite easy to dodge, but the main star of the show on this one is those projectile heavy attacks. We're also using a staff, and that gives us access to the 3 spells that we're using, including Magic Glint Blade, the Gavel of Heimer, and then we're also using the Cannon of Heimer for when we want a long distance option. Also it hits quite hard. And then finally we're using the Troll's Greatsword in our offhand. This is really good to switch to mix up our attacks, keep our opponents guessing, and it can often catch them out for some big damage. I do absolutely love the fashion on this build, but it's not the best when it comes to its defense. So for that 4th talisman slot, I usually mix it up between the Rotten Wing insignia, or if I think I need a little bit more help with our defense, I'll put Dragon Crest Great Shield on. And that's it guys, that's the build. I think in the future I would consider maybe upgrading this one to a higher level. I think it would benefit and come into its own a bit more with a few more levels added on. But for now, I'm happy with it. Level 65 feels really good. Anyway guys, sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Our first invasion on this build is quite a good one because it kind of showcases the build and shows all the areas where we really thrive. It shows off our curved swords there with those nice heavy attacks, and we've also got the ability to harass at long range. Somehow the host dodged that first attack, but we launched a second one and managed to get some decent damage on the summon. I didn't notice earlier on in this invasion, but once I got over here I saw that the summon is a fat rolling Radahn. Oh yeah, and he's also using the Moon Veil. I think we need to teach this guy a lesson. A good example there of how I like to use a greatsword on this build. I can either start with it in the invasions, or I can do a quick swap, whip it out when they're not expecting it, mix up the timings, hit them with some good damage, and then here you can see the ranged heavy attacks on the Wing of Astal, absolutely beautiful. This is quite a nice combo on the build. Put out a few Magic Glint Blades, get them preoccupied, get them distracted, and then launch over the big Cannon of Heimer, and it usually catches them out because they're not looking at me, they're more interested in dodging the Glint Blades. We've also got to remember that we've got the Troll's Greatsword in our offhand, and that also gives us access to the Troll's Raw Ash of War. Absolutely awesome, always good for a stylish finish. I was a bit disappointed with this host at this point in the invasion. I killed his summon and then I really thought he had given up. I give him a cheeky bite stab, see if I can wake him up a bit, and I was pleased because he does start fighting back. I get the guard break on him there, but I don't take the riposte because I want this invasion to go on a bit. I want to see what this guy's made of. Let's have a proper fight. I was really pleased this horse decided to fight in the end. We ended up having a good one-on-one. There's never any point in giving up, you never know what could happen, but in the end the projectiles on the wing of Astel was a bit too strong and we get the good kill. This is another nice example of that combo that I mentioned earlier. The combo actually hits, but we don't do too much damage to this guy, so he's clearly levelled his vigour. But what it does do is put us on the front foot so we can apply some pressure and get the kill on this horse. GG's. This is why it's so nice to have that long range option on a build, guys. It's not something every build I make has, it just depends on the character of the build and what kit he uses. But on this instance we've got the Cannon of Heimer and we get a good kill on this duo. Again, the Cannon of Heimer coming into its own, giving us that long range harassment option. I'm not sure what this summon's doing, he's a bit preoccupied sorting his arrows out, but we get an easy kill on him. And then it just leaves me and the host. Man, I really love the projectiles on the wings of Astel. I think it's definitely my favourite part about that weapon. There's nothing more satisfying than getting a spin to win projectile kill. I need to be really careful of this summon in this invasion. He's using Blood Flame Blade on the katana, and after patch 1.10 that can be a truly deadly combo. The blender potential is real, and with Blood Flame Blade especially, on a weapon that already does bleed build up, it can be absolutely devastating. However, luckily for me, he runs straight into the Ash of War from the wing of Astel, and then once again the projectiles on the heavy R2 gets us a nice kill on that summon, and then it's just a one-on-one with me and the host. I go into this invasion and I spot a lone host, but I'm really paranoid. I just don't trust this guy. I don't know where he's going. He seems really adamant to go onto this big rock that's sticking out, but I think there's an ambush. You can see I'm not sure. I'm looking around. I see this tree. This tree looks dodgy. Oh no, nothing. It's just a tree. I guess this guy just wants to fight on this rock. Fair enough. Let's do it. Good fight, dude. Good location for a little one-on-one. I still don't trust that tree though. He was looking at me funny. I run into this trio in the warded catacombs, and I notice that the third guy running down now is a bull goat's monstrosity. There's always one in every video, you've got to expect it. And he hits us with this big dragon attack. In the confusion of me trying to avoid the attack and maybe get some damage off of my own, I actually fall down to the bottom level, and at this point I thought the chance of this invasion had gone. I was expecting them just to run straight through to the boss and crack on with whatever they were doing. But luckily for me, they aggro some of the PvE and draw some of these mobs down behind them, and while they're dealing with these, it gives me the chance to catch up and re-engage in this invasion. I see that they're all about to bottleneck into this doorway, and that's my chance to get some big damage off with the Ring of Astal. I launch the first one and it kills the host, the second one kills one of his summons and nearly kills the third. But that'll do, that's a win against a difficult squad with some high level summons more than likely, and I'll take it every day of the week. Oh, I swear, they just never learn. Eager beavers, boys, calm down. You've got to give me a minute and then come and attack me. See, I'm invulnerable and it gives me an easy win. This was a really nice one-on-one with this scythe user. I respect anyone who's maining the scythe, it's such a cool weapon. I use that on a couple of my builds. You honestly just can't beat it. It's one of my favourite weapons in the game, so fair play to this man, GG's, good fight. I must admit, after killing the summon in this invasion, the thought did cross my mind just to push forward and just destroy this host while he was busy with the Abductor Virgin, but he seemed like he was having a bit of a hard time, so I decided to back off, leave him to it, and I was genuinely rooting for him by the end of this. I wanted him to kill this thing so we could have a nice little one-on-one. And he's managed to kill it, good lad, good victory. I was rooting for you, mate, now let's get down to business. Good fight, dude, good one-on-one. I love the way you approached that, mate. Kill the Abductor Virgin, then no messing about, got straight into the brawl with me. Respect. I had to keep this invasion in. It doesn't exactly go my way, but the ending is absolute top class. Wait till you see this. I invade this duo down in the deep root depths and I recognise them straight away. During this invasion session I invaded these two a few times and they were quite a nasty duo with a double bleed setup. I think one of them's using the rivers while one's using the dual scavenger curve swords, and he's also got the white mask on, so you know, I was taking this one quite seriously. This was an invasion I really wanted to win. And that's the power of the glint blade. It just shows you've got to pay attention. A lot of people just disregard the glint blades or forget that you're even using them, and then when one hits them, they are capable of doing some big damage, as you just saw. And this is the last invasion of this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. This was a fun one to put together. I should have probably mentioned earlier that I do have some other intelligence based builds, but they're all more of the battle mage builds rather than the pure caster builds. None of them are that pew pew kind of spammy style. All my builds are all about creating playstyles and making a certain way you have to approach each invasion. I just want to say a quick thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the constant support on the channel. Honestly, it's the best thing ever when I see that you guys are commenting, you're liking the videos. I love reading any feedback that you guys leave. It really does make my day. Anyway, guys, if you're new, you're not subscribed and you like what you see, you like the content, maybe consider subscribing. We're getting ever closer to that big 1K mark, and that would just be absolutely insane. Anyway, guys, whatever you're doing for the rest of your day, make sure you enjoy it, look after yourselves, look after each other, take it easy, and I'll see you next time.